What's good, fam? We back out here in these streets, baby, and it's time to get busy real quick. You know what? Before we get started, because I know how some people like to tussle, I gotta apologize now. Not to y'all, to the wifey. Because, you know, got this load and I'm like, let me get up out of here so I can go and handle this. You know, your boy, I don't like to have ashy elbows. I was putting on lotion and I forgot to put the wedding ring back on. Oh, man. Don't y'all... Hey, fam, I know y'all out there. I got to get that out the way now. I know some of y'all probably like, whatever, BG, we don't care. But, fam, those out there, they got them spouses. I don't care, man or woman, them spouses. Y'all know how they like to tussle. So we got to clear that out right now. Especially with this load and what I got to tell y'all in the end. We can't be messing up situations and communication and can't mess up the network. But let me go and get the load and I'll get back in this van and we going to talk about where we going and I'll explain all that later. Let me go pick it up right quick. That's all it is, fam. Just a little bitty box. Let me tie this thing down right quick so we can get up out of here. Give me a second. Done just like that. Y'all saw it. Box wasn't in about 20 pounds, but it's time to get in. It's strapped in and locked in so we can get up out of here, baby. We picking up in Pasadena, Texas. We're going back over to Suffolk, Louisiana. Don't worry, I'll tell you about everything once we get on up this road and get there, because you've seen some of this stuff before. But I'll talk about it in a minute. Let me get on up this road and get this little bitty baby box out of here so we can get this baby bag. Yeah, fam, we here. Looks familiar, don't it? Give me just a second. Let me get up out of here and drop this box off. And I'll tell you why it's so familiar. Give me a second. We done, fam. Finito, baby. We is finished. In and out, man. I love them quick hitters, them baby bags. Yeah, we left old Pasadena, Texas. Went back to Suffolk, Louisiana. We've been there before. I'll tell you about that in a second. They paid your boy $1.53 a mile. 130 miles. We got 130 miles, $200. I know some people be like, oh, DG, it was 130 miles. You should have got more than we told y'all about that. Stop counting people pockets. We talked about that a little bit last night. Man, we know people making money. We know people doing things their way. Not knocking it. Got to stop comparison. Comparison, you know they say comparison is the thief of joy. Well, let me tell you about this. Comparison will hinder your success because you're trying to we talk about this all the time. Take what I know and what I share on this journey and use other people as an example, because when you're comparing somebody, you don't know the other person. I'm going to give you some examples. Let's talk about this. Let's break this down right quick, because I don't want y'all to lose track of this. So let's use somebody we all, okay, Y'all over here, fam, you know we talk positivity, so I'm gonna use one. E.T., the hip hop preacher, the number one speaker in the world. You don't know E.T., you gotta go look him up, fam. But yeah, motivational speaker, inspirational, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, your boy taps into him because I like the messages. I like the information. I like putting positivity in me. And everybody knows, multimillionaire do all that. Speaking, amazing. Well, I also have a mentor, speaker, taught me a lot. From a small city in the middle of nowhere, population can't be no more than 100,000, if that. Maybe a little more, but either way it goes. He's also a speaker. Y'all don't even know him. Y'all don't know his name. It's my mentor. A lot of people know him that's in that space or in that field. But if you don't tap into those type of fields, you wouldn't even know him. He's also net worth multimillionaire. Put it like this. One of those individuals that has a diplomatic passport. Think about that for a second. And so you compare, that's why I say comparison. That's why we talk about knowing the rates in your area and all that. Yeah, when we got this load, it popped up. It was, they tried to do 150. I said I'd do 225, but it got crazy because we talk about networking. We just talked about two different people. One you know, one you don't know. My mentor, E.T. Both multimillionaires. One is a household name. One is a name known in the industry. But you never would know. So this individual, I called about the load. I saw it. Pasadena sulfur, let's knock it out 130, thinking 225, 250, I'll be able to gauge it when I get to talking. As soon as I'm like, doing my normal, because I told you about having etiquette. We're doing business, we're handling business. Talk like you got some sense. We talk about this, fam. So I do the normal spiel, like, hey, what's going on? Like, before we even dive into things, how you doing? Like, how your day going? Just know your time is valuable. Looking at this load from here to here. And there's kind of a little pause, and there's like, yeah, they were looking at 150 on that. I'm like, what about, because I can tell from the pause, 225. And then there's another pause, and they're like, can we get your MC? I said the first three numbers, and before I could even get the third number out good, Billy? Yes, this is him. I thought that was your voice. This is the broker. I'm telling you, when you talk to people and introduce yourself, talk with it works. It's a skill set. It's another acquisition. This was an acquisition load. Don't get me to talk about definitions. Look it up and don't stick with the first definition. Go to the second one. Matter of fact, fam, y'all in watching the video, put the second definition of acquisition in the chat, in the comments. It'll make most sense what I'm talking about, because if I know these words, I'm telling you, I want y'all to know what I know. So somebody in the fam, put the second definition for acquisition down in the comments, because this is an acquisition load on top of that. Networking. I told you show me your network, I'll show you your net worth, your circle and all that. We'll get to that later. But anyway, I'm like, yeah. He was like, I'm not gonna lie, this customer, a couple of people have called already and they're not budging off the 150. I say, thought about it. Because this is an easy load. I already been to Sulphur. I didn't know it was the exact same place. And I was like, let's do 200. He said, hold on a minute. And he was like, I'm like, okay. He was like, let me get all. He was like, he was putting everybody on hold. He was like, I got the load off the board. Give me just a second. Can I put you on hold? Yeah. Called the customer. And they said, yeah, we'll do it for the 200. They wasn't budgeting for 150, but nobody else. But that's because of that network. And I say that because of the simple fact we picked up from the same place when we did go back a couple of videos, the Fort Worth, Pasadena, 2-pick, 1-drop, Sulphur, Louisiana. I picked up in Pasadena at the same location that I picked up the second part of the pickup from, and came to the same place. When I walked up, the gentleman already, hey, you're back again. Yes, I am. And then the broker said, Billy, I thought you were out of Dallas. I laughed on the phone. I say, I can be. I say, nah, man. I say, I'm out of Houston. I say, but you got that triangle, that Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin. He say, I could have been calling you. Well, it sounds like a good time to start networking. Now, back to what I was trying to say about the comparison. So when we talk about the lives and all that stuff. it can give the information. We talked about this yesterday with the gatekeeping, but when does it get to the line where it's not necessarily gatekeeping? And the Quicks said it best in one of their comments, like it's a difference between gatekeeping and privacy. Because when you get a connect, the plug, everybody don't need to know who it is. It is what it is. That ain't gatekeeping. That's starting to get personal because you're working numbers and contracts. And he said, I can start using you more often. Yeah. So the reason we talk so much and share so much, because as you meet people, you're meeting people that I'm not meeting, building your network. That's your network, and it's going to eventually determine your net worth. The same way we can talk about ET and his network, totally different than my mentor's network. But they both are in networks that we all are strive to be in, not because of comparison, but hey, you see ladders of places you want to be in life, and that's where you're trying to get to. No, I say that. Matter of fact, let's sum it all up real fast. If you haven't read The Millionaire Next Door, you should probably go read it. Go read The Millionaire Next Door. It breaks it down easy, because sometimes the person that got information that can help you get to the next level, whether it be a broker, a customer, a shipper, us doing YouTube videos and making content, talking lives and passing information along in the live when we talking in the chat and on Sunday. The person next to you could be that millionaire next door, but you wouldn't know how to read and understand it until you get to know what that individual looks like and how they move. So yeah, go read The Millionaire Next Door if you haven't, fam. It's a great book, by the way. Hey, just go on Amazon, order Millionaire Next Door off of Amazon. I said this in the live last night. My wife would kill me if I don't say it, because I already messed up by not having this ring on. I can't let this opportunity pass. Why are you already on Amazon getting The Millionaire Next Door? Go ahead, slide over to your boy on Amazon. I told you, we got other businesses. Your boy got books out there. Go ahead. Matter of fact, these books, we might put them up somewhere like this. Go ahead, we'll put the links in the description. I told you, we're gonna slowly get into letting y'all know BG a little bit more. But yeah, we got authors over here, the wife authors, I'm author, like, Cargo Van Trucker didn't just make itself. We kind of know that part of our other businesses. But yeah, go ahead, with Millionaire Next Door, go ahead and buy it. And while you're there, if you decide, if you gander and you want to know how my mind works and my mindset and why I move how I do with purpose and using my gifts, because we talked about that last night, go check it out. You ain't got to, but hey, it's out there. I told y'all I would share what I know, what I got going on. I would share it with y'all. But yeah, fam, all that gets done by not comparison. And think about it. I just told y'all about the books. Part of that came in the push, in the drive from that same mentor that does the exact same thing that ET does, but on a different level, in a different crowd, different group of individuals, a different audience, and they're both The Millionaire Next Door. Who knows? You might go read The Millionaire Next Door, chop it up with your boy on Amazon. Who knows? You might be reading and talking and listening to another Millionaire Next Door. Let me start with y'all, fam. I told you I'm gonna let you in slowly. We gonna get to know each other a little bit better. But yeah, like the Quick said, there's a difference between gatekeeping and privacy. But yeah, fam, that bag is got, man. We got the 200, another acquisition load. And the reason I call it that, because I forgot. I don't want y'all. That's why I had y'all put that second definition in. It's about building. We talked about in the past, in other videos, we talked about those loads that go towards maintenance funds, those loads that go towards a gas fund, and loads that just go directly to business and don't have nothing to do. It's no payout from that load. That's one of these loads. It's an acquisition load. Another learning. It's the same as acquiring some knowledge, some experience, something like that. That's all it is. And I know, fam, y'all gonna be like, but dang, BG, that's 200. Let's break it down like this. From the time I left the house, and based on what the time it say I'm gonna get back home, I've only gonna been out the house roughly about 5 hours. $200, 5 hours, $40 an hour. I'm not talking to you, fam, but do the people around that's doing all it, do they make does your million next door make that $40 an hour? They probably make more. But I'm just saying, utilize your resource. Stop doing the comparison. We talked about this last night. If you got scammed, your boy, I've been scammed before in my life. So if you got scammed, take the L. Take it on the chin. And keep it pushing. Lesson learned. Now let's keep moving. We can't keep sitting there thinking about what happened, what would happen. It's time to keep going forward. So yeah, we got this acquisition load, and I know somebody out there gonna say, what about gas, BG? There's no gas coming out this load. We went 130 miles here and 130 miles back, whatever. We ain't even filled up. We still got gas from the last load. So a part of knowledge and business, I can't bill myself twice. I billed the gas that's already in the van on the last load when I did my numbers and how I put it up. Acquisition load. So this gas that was in here, I'm not billing it on the last load and on this load. It got me there and it's gonna get me back. And when it's time to get the next load, the second load, tomorrow, whenever, the gas for that one gonna go on that load. We'll talk about how to distribute money and funds and how you calculate stuff. We'll do that as we continue to go. But nah, that's the end of this load. Don't let the comparison of what happened in the past and what you currently see, especially in social media, don't let that stop your success. Just keep it pushing, fam. So one day when we look up and because we gonna meet at the top of success. And some people that's doing the financial success journey, when we meet at that top, whether it's health, wealth, when you get that success, who knows? You might be the millionaire next door that everybody talking about. But that only happens when you stop comparing and letting it steal your joy, steal your success. But let me stop, fam. I'm about to head back to the house. I ain't got nothing going on. I'm just going back to the house. We'll get busy when we get busy again. But don't worry, when I find out where we going, I'm going to let you know. But until then, you keep getting your bags. You stay blessed. Stop comparing. That'll mess up your success. But we going to meet again. Just go ahead and relax, because I'm about to go to the house and relax. But guess what I said? Until the next video, y'all stay blessed.